first off, the only Humboldt State track and field member representing the school in nationals. So how great does it feel to be that? I'm sure you'd like some teammates to join you, but that lone one, how does that feel for you?
It's awesome. I'm really happy to represent Humboldt. I'm excited to get out there and give it everything I have, and definitely try to represent the school in a positive way.
Have you talked to some of your teammates in past years have made it to nationals? Have you kind of got their viewpoint, just said, hey, what is it like, and kind of learning from them?
Basically, talking to some of the guys about it, a couple of them were actually my roommates. But it's basically just what they tell you to do. Is just go in there and just try to be relaxed, treat this like in every other race you'd be in, and just try to get out there and have some fun with it too. I mean, it's nationals, the pressure's kind of gone at this point. Now it's just trying to run as hard as you can and have some fun with it.
Yeah, for you, competitive-wise, I think it's been a couple weeks since competitively that you've ran. But how do you kind of keep the focus at bay and kind of continue to compete?
Well, Scott Pesh, our coach, is really good at that. He's really good at keeping you focused and keeping you centered and letting you know, you're this is a lonely time of the year and it's kind of hard to keep focused and you have finals and that whole thing. But Scott's really good at saying, all right, let's let go of everything right now and let's just focus on this interval of this workout, or let's focus on this day. And he takes it week to week really well and is really good at keeping you kind of motivated and excited for the next day.
How exciting is it to accomplish this feat, go to nationals as a sophomore?
It's exciting. I mean, I'm hoping to improve my performance of last year. Hopefully should be able to do that. I'm really hoping to be able to run hard and do well. Yeah.
What from your college experience so far, running and meets, kind of what have you learned, and kind of if there is a mental game plan, going into this facing the best runners in the nation?
Well, the game plan, mentally, is to stay relaxed. Honestly, Scott was talking to me about this, and we're all in such a close margin of performance and what we're able to do. So what it's going to come down to is who's the toughest that day and who's the most willing to work. And it's just and also might turn into some strategic racing, which is always fun. Might be kind of slower. Just kind of more focusing on kicking and being in the right position. So it's mentally, it's more just about staying relaxed and understanding what the situation is that you're in right now compared to anything else.
Sure, at the beginning of the season, every athlete sets goals amongst themselves. For you, was it definitely doing well throughout the season, but then earning a spot at nationals?
Yeah, it was definitely. Me and Scott talked about. I think we started talking about track. Right after cross country. And this is the highlight. This is what you are looking to do. All the other races are obviously important, and you're looking to go out there and represent well. But in the end, all those races are, they're just more tune-ups and getting ready for this. This is really what the whole season's about.
You guys been able to look at who people you're going up against, or kind of matchups like that, and anything of that sort?
To be honest, we're not looking at that. Or at least we haven't yet. It's more of an individual thing at this point. It's let's see what I'm capable of doing. Let's do it as best as I can do it. And our concern is not so much, even winning. It's just going out there and running as hard as you can and doing the best job that we're capable of doing at this point. So really, the other people are there, and they, they are where they are right now, and I am where I am. So it's, really there's no more work being done right now. It's more maintenance than anything. So no, we're not looking at any of that.
Throughout the season, you guys deal with a lot of elements, especially the last month or so with the heat. Now going to Colorado, elevation, I'm guessing that everybody has to go through it, but is that something that kind of goes into it being at the high elevation?
I'm sure it is. Running the 1,500 meters, it's really not as big of an issue as with the longer distances. So it's really not a factor, as much of a factor at least. So I'm not really thinking about that right now. Just trying to get out there and get to that final. That's really the only thing on our mind right now.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add?
No. Thank you very much. I appreciate Humboldt and all that you guys have done. Looking forward to representing. Thank you.
I got a question for you, Jantzen.
Yeah.
Your season. I'm sure you wanted to do a little bit more. I know how your season's gone, but you're still. It's hard to overlook that you're, like I said, number 4 all time and everything you've achieved already. What is this like, having this opportunity? After the season, the way it's gone, how does that play into what you're hoping to accomplish at Nationals?
If anything, it's motivation. The season hasn't been necessarily what we were looking for, but I'd like to be able to finish the season strong and be able to look back on it as a success.
Great.